All right, we got some Lucio gameplay. I'm super hyped about this. Lucio's really fun to use. I used Lucio back in like, I want to say like season 3, season 4. I mean, he's just fun. Okay, starting off, just a little bit of something that you should pay attention to. Their brig was knocked down. You could have easily just like glided on this wall right here and booped them into your team, because booping them away saved the brig's life. And I mean, even if you just didn't boop the brig away from you, and just left her there, you might have been able to kill her.
The objective is now. Get over here. Yeah, I'll turn it up.
Had a chance right there to move the brig off the map if you played like a little bit more closer to the right wall.
Turn it up, turn it up.
Something that I'm noticing though is you're not really using speed boost like at all. Yeah, like for example, right there. As soon as that Mauga died, you should instantly turn around and speed boosted your team, just so they could kill that Hanzo faster. Now I know that the Hanzo did die, but I mean in higher ranks, that might not be the case. Most of the time in higher ranks, the Hanzo's more than likely not going to be back there. He's going to be back here. And speed boosting your team all the way over here, you're just going to be able to get the pick so much more faster instead of just healing them all the way there. Because, I mean, first off, your team doesn't need healing. And then second off, like, speed boost just gets you to them faster.
Scaling up. Let's take him to the wasteland.
Okay, big issue right there. You kind of like walked away from your team, and your team died as a result. Now, I mean, would your team probably have died? Yeah, because they ult dumped, and their ults were a little bit more effective than your ults. As well as using your beat, you got to use it to like the very last second to gain maximum value out of it. Like waiting like a whole 2 seconds right there, you probably would have gotten so much more value out of your beat. Now it's a lot more risky, but in the end, it's just sooner or later you'll figure out when the risk is worth it and when it's not worth it. But for example, right here, there's not really much of a reason to be healing. Best just walk back, regroup. Wait up for your team.
Understood. Thank you.
And then push back in. Right there, that was good. That was good. Now you probably could have been staring at the enemy team while doing that and just trying to shoot the enemy team to get more ult charge. But your speed boost to heal usage right there, that was perfect. As well as your positioning, not bad. Now in higher rank you might get punished for going across like that, especially if you stay on heal boost going across. You already got halfway in a low gold lobby. Imagine a high platinum lobby, you probably would have died instant. Those are some nice picks. Right here though, you should be speed boosting. Speed boost your team instantly to that Hanzo again. Alright, so you do have beat here. You're kind of looking a little confused. I think you're looking for the Echo. Alright, it looks like they're ramp fed. That's good. Now, right here even, like this is your moment to speed boost. You swap over to speed boost right here, and you just speed boost your Junker Queen all the way up here, like, because I can guarantee you, as soon as that Junker Queen sees that you're speed boosting, she's gonna full commit to that, and you're just absolutely gonna curb stomp these two. Like, I can almost guarantee that you guys will not die to a Brig and a Hanzo. Fortunately, the Brig and the Hanzo both decided to push forward 2v5, so obviously they're gonna die. But once again, in higher ranks, they're not gonna do that. Nice pick on the Zen.
Let's take him to the underworld. A taste of poison.
Oh, wait. How low were you right there?
Not sure even I could have done better.
See if I can slow down in a second.
Let's take him to the underworld. A taste of poison.
Oh, let's break it. Damn!
See how low you were. 2 health. Wow. Jeez. 2 health to possibly losing that fight. I mean, obviously, you more than likely wouldn't have lost that fight, but to lose in your B.
Pass into the iris. Let the dragon consume you.
Yeah, I think you've secured this win.
Surrender to my
Okay,
will.
after watching first round, there's a big issue in your gameplay so far. And that is not using speed boost like at all. You only use speed boost to get your team out of spawn, and then after that, you just don't use speed boost at all.
Ready for battle.
You need to be using speed boost a lot more.
It was not easy.
And honestly, your Lucio positioning, that's pretty good for low gold.
At my side.
So your positioning is fine. It's just your biggest issue
I craft my own
is
arrows.
100%
A meditation.
not using your abilities correctly. And that's just speed boost. If you use speed boost a lot more, you probably would like just absolutely curb stomp through this rank. I'm assuming at least. Now, I can guarantee you, you're probably not gonna win as much as soon as like you load in, because you gotta learn like when speed boost is correct and when it's not correct. But I mean, if you're using speed boost a lot more, you're probably going to rank up. And if you just keep using heal like you are right now, you're not gonna rank up at all. And that's the reason why you're stuck in this rank, is because you're not using speed boost when you play Lucio. If you play Lucio like every single game and you're not using speed boost, that is a massive issue. And that's the reason why you're stuck in low gold, high silver. Like right here. Like right here. This should be your moment to speed boost. Like look how juicy all those kills are. You speed boost your team in there, they're dead. As well as I do notice that like you are always doing something, and that's a good thing, but always doing something doesn't mean just randomly shooting in random spots. Now you have the right idea, but just try to like always be thinking where you're shooting. For example, like you kind of just like half of the time just randomly shoot in like just random areas. But I mean, you can easily get like a lot more value if you're just trying to place your shots correctly.
Let the dragon consume you.
I mean, overall right here.
Surrender to my will.
Yeah, right here. This should be your speed boost time. You have Moira, you should be speed boosting like crazy right here. I keep hitting my mic. Sorry if you hear a lot of banging in my mic. I keep accidentally hitting it. If you even hear it.
The queen. Your end is within my reach.
My ultimate is ready.
nourished.
You want
Yeah.
that?
All right, once again as well, always be looking for damage, because I noticed like right there you have a Hanzo too. So if your Hanzo hits a headshot, that's 100 and, or that's like, that gets them down to 5 health. So in like that 5 health could save their life, but if you're doing like a little bit of damage, you might be able to help your Hanzo get that pick. As well as like straight off, as soon as you win a fight, don't like overextend really far, but just be looking for damage. Look for like anything that you can do.
Let's take him to the wasteland.
A little bit of an issue right there is they have quite a bit of ults right here. So using that Lucio ult like a little bit early might have actually costed you this entire fight. Yeah, and that's what I mean by using Lucio ult like a tad bit later. Because right here, he used Lucio and react of the Symmetra ult. Now, like, overall, I would wait like a little bit longer. Like, I'll tell you when I would probably ult. Now, I mean, overall, would it probably change the fight? More than likely not. But you need to get more value. But you can get more value out of your Lucio ult. Like, instead of ulting right here, this is when I would ult.
Let's take him to the wasteland.
As well as you kind of like look a little bit confused right here. You saw your Junker Queen ult. Probably should have followed with your Junker Queen, gave you a little bit of a speed boost. See if you could crush down on a few people and win the fight.
Join me.
Join with
You know,
me.
it's not always gonna be a top hit.
Hello there.
Shake the mox out of your loincloths and move.
Crank up the game.
I mean, straight off from the bat right there though, like your movement is pretty good, and especially with that speed boost, your movement looks a lot more clean and a lot more better. But it's like you just, the second you realize that you're on speed boost, you just insta swap the heal, and it's a bit of an issue. Like, it's the reason why you're not winning games, is because you're only sitting on heal. Like in high rank, the reason why Lucio is used like quite a bit is because of his speed boost, is to get his team like into the enemy team and to pick off as fast as they possibly can. But I mean, what happens when a Lucio, like, let's just say if they take Lucio's speed boost away, Lucio's practically a throw pick at that point. So you need to be using, so basically you're playing a version of like a throw pick Lucio. Now, it sounds harsh. I'm not meaning it to be harsh, like, at all. It's just like the difference between not using speed boost a lot with Lucio, like, to using speed boost a lot with Lucio, it's a big difference. And if you can find like the good balance for like when using speed boost, I can almost guarantee you're gonna rank up, because your position wise is not bad at all. Now right here though, you're kind of pushed up a little bit in like higher rank. More than likely you're gonna get punished for that.
Into the iris.
I'd be, once again right here, you're not really going to get a whole lot of value out of shooting a tank, especially since she has heal as well as Zen ult. So overall, I'd be looking for the perfect time to be ulting right here.
Oh, let's break it. Damn!
I've got you.
Now, that was a good ult. I'm not going to lie. A little bit late. And on top of that, your Junker Queen was behind that wall right there, so she didn't get your ult like at all. So if you were like a little bit more aware of where your team was positioned, you could have ulted just perfectly, and it probably would have won that team fight. The game probably would have been over. Just single-handedly by ulting in a slightly different spot and ulting a little bit sooner, you would have just won this team fight.
Get you here.
Now I'll give you a little bit of a tip on when it comes to touching in overtime. You don't need to be on point the entire time. Like you can touch point, run off, wait till it's like a quarter, go back on point real quick, run off, wait till it gets to a quarter again, and just do that on repeat. And your survivability is probably going to be so much more higher than just sitting on the point the entire time. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong Lucio.
Time for the reckoning.
We're outnumbered.
The queen.
Nerf this.
Now, probably have lost this fight, yeah. There's just certain things that you need to work on a little bit more, and that's just speed boost. Speed boost, focusing on what's killable. So don't be shooting the tank the entire time. Try to like target one of the like DPS or one of the supports. Try to focus on those. Focus on what's more killable.
Something has to
Now,
change.
like 95% of the time, like focusing on what's killable is not going to be the tank.
Lucio?
Unless if
Have
there's
you
certain
ever written
situations
lyrics
where the tank's
before?
already low or the tank's like halfway, then it might be best to start shooting the tank.
Look at it.
But most of the
Actually, I'm
time,
gonna work on it a
you can
bit
shoot
more.
the tank a little bit, but mainly try to keep your damage on the supports and the DPS because they're just so much easier to kill.
Capture the objective.
A little bit of an overextend right there. You're kind of pushed like way too far into the enemy's lines or into their team. If you just push back a little bit like more right there, you would have played fine. I mean, you've been playing fine like most of the time based on like what rank you're at. Like your positioning wise is not bad. It's just you need to focus on healing, or you need to focus on not healing at all. Completely ignore what I said right there. You need to be focused on speed boosting a lot more and getting your team into the fight. So you have a Junker Queen. Like your main goal should be getting that queen into the fight and enabling her as much as you possibly can. And the best way to enable her is not by healing, but by completely just full on damage boosting. Or not damage boosting, speed boosting. Sorry, I just woke up, so like my words are a little bit mixed.
That's not right.
Stop lagging about.
Now, like right here. Right here. This should be your moment to swap over the speed boost, and you should just like,
Look out, Ares.
just boost your speed boost and just get them all dead. Enable your tank as much as possible. Nice boot.
I'm turning up the heat. This is my favorite part.
Okay. That's a bit interesting.
Come get here.
I'm assuming you might be a little bit like mad right now, so you're not really paying attention a whole lot to what's going on in your situation. Or maybe you just didn't really realize that the Diva Bomb was behind you. Just make sure you're more aware of what's going on.
Louder this time.
Thanks.
Shields under fire.
Pass into the iris.
Oh, let's break it.
Okay.
Damn. Amp up this
Tactical
beat.
visor activated.
Not really much of a reason
I am on fire.
to ult right there.
I have.
Oh no. Oh no. He's gonna do something. And I know it's going to be some damage because nobody's expecting it.
Uh-oh. Sniper, people.
Oh, no. Okay, never mind. You might be good. You might be good.
Shields up.
Just like
Oh.
You want that louder?
I'm on fire. Come on, try me.
I mean, right there, you probably should have waited up a little bit for your Symmetra. Maybe gave her a speed boost so you can get into the fight.
Rally to me.
How's that for out there?
Let's take him to the wasteland.
Double.
Forgive me. The
Overtime.
an exceptional
Back
performance.
off. Pick it up, pick it up.
Okay, so
No time.
you won that game, but I mean, your biggest issue is you need to use speed boost a lot more. Like throughout this entire time, you probably have a 90% on healing, if not more, and like maybe 10 to 5% on speed boost.
Fire!
That's a big issue, and you just overall need to focus on speed boosting more. Like you need to enable your tank more, because if you're not enabling your team, it's going to make the game way more harder to win. So make sure you're speed boosting a lot more, and make sure you're doing a lot more damage on like the DPS and the supports, as well as like don't be blatantly firing. Try to like make your firing a little bit more accurate. But I mean, your positioning is not bad for low gold at all. Like your survivability was pretty high this game, but the issue is that you only stayed on heal, and that is probably the reason why, or not even probably, that is the reason why you're stuck in gold, is because, or you're stuck in low gold and high silver, is because you're just not enabling your team enough, and it's just a big issue. So if you can get those cleaned up, though, I can guarantee you're going to start ranking up. And I see a lot of potential, honestly. Like, your positioning was not bad. It's just you're not speed boosted enough. You need to enable your team. You need to be paying attention to your team. And as well as your ult, like, your ults are not bad, but you can get more value out of your ults by ulting, like, either a little bit later or a little bit earlier. You need to find, like, that sweet spot to ult. But anyway, I hope this video helped you out. And I hope I opened your eyes to what you overall need to work on. And just good luck on ranking up. Anyway, see ya.